My name is Leon Thomas. Welcome to NRG This Week. We're going to have a great conversation with Network Referral Group President and CEO Mike Weiner. This is NRG This Week. Here we go. Welcome again to another episode of NRG This Week. I'm Leon Thomas, the host of the show. We have Mike Weiner, CEO and president of NRG, with us today. Hi, Mike. How you doing?
Hey, Leon. I am doing phenomenal. How are you?
Great. Everything is outstandingly groovy. Yeah. So, Mike, a couple things we'll talk about today. We're going to talk first about the importance of networking, and also we'll talk about the big event that's coming up on Friday, March 4th. So, Mike, first, let's talk about the importance of networking in growing your business, improving your business. There's so many things that folks do that really aren't generating revenue. Give us some insight on that, things that you see folks do, and talk about the importance of networking and how it can grow your business.
Yeah, it's a great question. When we were meeting live, we used to have appointments. Now, a lot of it is by Zoom. So if you're not meeting with people during revenue producing hours of 8 to 5, you're losing out. If you're doing paperwork, if you're doing accounting stuff, admin, all that type of stuff. So you want to be in front of people. When I have a new person join NRG, I do three-way text intros. I introduce them to people and I tell them to just book the Zoom meeting, get on the Zoom, and then ask the other person about themselves. You want to show a genuine interest in them. And then when they say to you, hey, Mike, what do? You know you've done it correctly. So a lot, since we're not meeting as much live, it's all Zoom. We want to get on Zoom calls with people. We want to develop the relationships. The networking groups themselves, the weekly meetings, people get referrals there. But you want to be, everything should lead to the appointment. And anything else that you're doing is really, it should be done before 8 a.m. or after 5 p.m. Because if they're not revenue producing activities, you want to be doing revenue producing activities between 8 and 5.
Yeah. And Mike, one of the things that I hear folks say when we talk about networking to them is, well, I don't have time to do that. And I often just respond with, well, how are you getting business? Where's your business coming from? Are you relying strictly on your website? If you are, I hope your Google Analytics is really tight. When you talk about doing networking, like you say, it's revenue generating activities doing revenue producing times. What are some of the excuses you've heard about I can't network and things like that? What are some of the things you've heard, and how do you get people to cross the line and start doing some networking?
I hear things like I'm cold calling that time. I have a sales meeting that time. I'm taking the kids to school. I mean, you've got to take the kids to school, obviously, but the key is doing revenue producing activities. And if you're doing these other things, they're not going to help out. So what I try to do is get people to the NRG meetings where they develop the relationships. They fall in love with the people. They fall in love with the culture. They fall in love with referrals on the spot. And that's unique to NRG. We give referrals on the spot. And, all the other excuses, there's no line. You can make money or you can make excuses, but you can't make both. So, you need to sit down with yourself and question, is what I'm doing working? Because if it's not working, doing the same thing over and over, that's a definition of insanity. So you want to network, you want to get with people, and you want to identify power partners, people that are complementary. So like a payroll person with a credit card process, a real estate person with a mortgage person. And you want to develop those relationships. And that's what I think NRG does really well, is awareness. You want to be aware of where you're likely to get referrals and minimize the time in situations where you're not getting referrals.
Mm-hmm. Now, Mike, this Friday, March 4th, there's a big NRG event going on. Tell us about that.
Yeah, this is a big one. This is the first one of the year. It's the Spring 22 NRG Extravaganza. and it's going to be very unique. We're actually adding a breakout session or two. We have a keynote speaker, Cynthia. She's going to be talking about law of attraction from the Pittsburgh group. We have sponsors, and ask yourself, how long would it take you to cold call 300 to 500 people? That's expected attendance at this. We've got people from nationwide. We've got people internationally. We've got the leaders of NRG talking about the culture of NRG. So you want to definitely come out to it. We have information on this on the website. It's all over Facebook. It's all over LinkedIn. We're not using my Zoom this time. We're going to use a special registration form to capture all the information. And we're expecting a lot of new visitors. So, definitely you want to be there. It's 1 to 4 Eastern, 12 to 3 Central. Folks coming from West Coast, East Coast, Midwest, everywhere, they're coming. And if you're not there, the excuse of I have an appointment, bring the person to an appointment. Why would you give up meeting with 300 to 500 people to meet with one person? I've heard that excuse over the years. It doesn't hold water. It's crazy. You want to be where the power is. And this Friday, Leon, NRG is bringing the electricity. We're bringing the passion. It will be educational, inspirational, motivational, and I am flat out excited. It's going to be Friday, March 4th, 1 to 4 Eastern, and we've got all of the great leaders from NRG that'll be there, including most of our 30 expansion directors.
So that's Friday from 1 to 4 Eastern. That's Friday, March 4th, 1 to 4 Eastern. Mike, if someone wants to register, how do they do it?
They're going to go to either, I believe we have it on Facebook and we have it on LinkedIn. The information is there. And you definitely want to get registered ahead of time because assuming that we hit 500 people, we're going to stream it through Facebook. So, there's an opportunity that you may not get on to be the first 500. My Zoom will hold 500. We, get there early, get there at like 5:01, 1 o'clock, and, secure your spot. Bring a cold drink, bring some food. It doesn't matter. Take away the excuses, move your appointments out of that time. That is critical time. That's, if you're playing baseball for whoever, the Orioles, and you have a game, you show up for game time. This is the game of life. This is the game of networking. And, we have a lot of fun at NRG, but we also take it seriously. We're here to help you grow your business. We've been doing it for 23 years. Every 90 days, we bring everyone together. And, for the members, you're going to meet people from around the country that could refer you business in your own backyard. So I don't want to say be there or be square, but you definitely want to be there.
All right. Thank you, Mike.
Absolutely.
Look forward to hearing more about the success of that event on next week's show. Mike Weiner, President, CEO of Network Referral Group. Mike, thanks for being with us for another episode of NRG This Week.
My pleasure, Leon. Thank you.
And everyone, thanks for watching. We'll see you next week on NRG This Week. Take care.